Hi, my name is Vondolyn Lane, and I am here with Murray, and this is Ask the Counselor. Murray, can you tell me about some of the things that's happening with your organization, Stop the Violence?
Sure. I'd first like to thank you for inviting me onto your show.
Oh, thank you
What's
for
the name of the
coming.
show?
Ask the Counselor.
So you're the counselor. So
Yes.
should I be laying on a couch or something like that? I mean, uh, ask the counselor.
Yes, Ask the Counselor.
Whew, wow. Yeah, so the name of our organization is Stop the Violence Coalition. We've been in existence for going like 13 years in the city of Buffalo. We were created because the homicide unit under Rocco Dino was not solving any cases in the city
Okay.
of Buffalo. So, we had to formulate a bunch of men got together and women, and the birth of Stop the Violence Coalition was founded. Yeah.
Okay. And I know that you've been very active in the community.
Hmm.
And, I know how you've also aided in a lot of, with interaction with gangs and,
Right,
other
right.
facilities.
Still doing that. Still
Yeah.
doing that.
So if you was interested in becoming a member of Stop the Violence
Oh,
Coalition, how can you do that?
it's very easy. You just call us up. We have a 24-hour hotline number, 578-7882.
Okay.
Mother Haynes answers that phone. There is a person on the end of the call. It's
Okay.
not the animated. You call, you get the animation.
Right.
Plus, the other number, hotline number is 882-7882. That's the same number, basically. So one is a landline and one is a cell phone line. So therefore, we have a person that will take information from you. Mother Leslie Haynes is part of Stop the Violence Coalition, and she'll answer all the questions for you and direct you in the right direction. To become a member of Stop the Violence Coalition, all you have to do is come down to 742 Delaware, and we meet every Friday
Okay.
from 6 o'clock till like 7:30.
Okay.
Faithfully for the last 9-10 years we've been there.
Okay. I'm very interested in that. I may join
You said you
your.
may. You can't may join our organization. You gotta join. There's no such thing as may. I mean, may mean you. There's some doubt there. You
No,
need to join up. I mean, it's our community.
yeah,
You
it
know.
is, and it's our children.
Yeah, I've been watching your show. Checking out your show. And what was it called again now? Because they got
Ask the counselor.
Ask the Counselor now. Wow.
Okay.
And you got notes and everything. I mean, just,
Well, let me tell you a little bit about
yes.
myself. I'm Vondolyn Lane, Vondolyn Salter Lane, and
Salter.
Salter, yes. And I am a mental health therapist by profession. I went to Medici College and got my master's degree, and I've been working in the field under different professions at about 20 years now, 20 plus years actually. I worked at the Youth Detention Department. I worked in the jails as Erie County Mental Health Forensics, and then I went back to school and worked as a mental health therapist and then a social worker prior to that with one of the local agencies. And I was working in family court as a preventive service social worker. And then for the last 7-8 years, I've been working as a therapist, talking to people that have mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and I've been very effective, in what I was doing. And this is basically my passion. I want to educate people and also help them move forward in their lives. So, I definitely want to help. So that's why I'm here.
That's why this is why you have your own show.
Yes.
I mean, basically, what's the timing of your show? Times.
I don't
You
know
don't
what
know.
the time is going to be yet, but I'm going to be probably on twice a week, and at the on the community channel,
Hmm.
and I'm going to also have a YouTube channel. It's Ask the Counselor, and
So you run some technology world.
Yeah.
YouTube. You got children, right?
Yes,
that
I
can-
have. Yep.
push you
And-
forward a little bit. Yeah.
Yep, I'm on
Your
Facebook.
wonderful daughter. That was just, I think I seen your last show on the
Yeah.
air. This is what brought me to the show is hearing your daughter. She talks so well. You have taught her so well. It's just unreal. I was like, wow, she
Thank
knows
you.
about President Obama, Mr. Clinton, all those people. Who gave her all that knowledge?
Well, I did. And,
Ask the counselor,
yeah,
right.
ask the counselor. And basically, I have 3 children. My oldest is 29, and I have a son that's 24, and then I have my daughter that's 14 that you met, and I have a sweet granddaughter who's 8.
I met her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as the Stop the Violence Coalition, is there any events coming up for?
Actually, we have an event coming up tomorrow at School 53. We will be out there feeding the children of School 53. It's like they moving up day. So
Okay.
I bring a big grill that's driven.
That's
hooked
my
on the
alma
back.
mater.
Well, you should be there because they have all kind of activities in the parking lot, bounce houses and those things there. So we'll be cooking for them hamburger,
Okay.
hot dogs, and then that's just one event. Then also Juneteenth is coming up. So Juneteenth will be coming up, and Stop the Violence and Peacemakers and all those other groups will be there working, making sure that's a safe event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my father is Larry Salter, and he has the Soul Orchestra. He usually do the night out. He did it last year, and I know that's coming up this year also.
Right.
So, can you tell me a little bit about that? I know you usually
Well,
participate in that.
I participate in so many different things, but we just try to make sure that the events are safe and no one comes there and raise havoc. Now we have these bunch of new kids that come out that don't know about our organization, so they've been on Facebook trying to amp up to have fights at the park and places that we have families and all that they're at, and that's not good. So Meet the Counselor need to bring in some more therapists or somebody to talk to these kids because they're getting a little bit out of control.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And if I could get the funding,
Uh-oh.
then that I would definitely
Is
love
that,
to.
I just left for, actually we had a program yesterday at St. Joe's. It was Crisis Services, Haven House, and 2 other agencies that they were on the forum, they were talking. And I asked the question, what happens when those agencies drop the ball? And the first thing kept coming out their mouth was, we need funding, we need funding. Well, Stop the Violence, we don't get funding. We just do the work.
Yeah.
So when you be looking for funding, sometime if it's not there, will you continue to do the work? So
I don't
most
mind volunteering.
Mhm.
I don't, because I think that that is essential, especially when you on a path to try to help people, because a lot of people don't have it to give back or have it to pay for services that you're providing. So I don't have a problem with doing stuff for free. But also,
you need to
You
get
know,
paid for
I-
your services
I-
or your degrees.
well, not really. I need to provide for my family.
Oh,
That's the bottom line. That's basically it. I'm not trying to, I just want to.
I'm asking the counselor, when you say provide for the family, is it for finances or is it for religion or what is it? Is there a difference?
Well, my particular organization is mental health and Christian counseling. Okay, so I'm gonna be hoping to, like I said, write some grants and try to get
Oh,
some
you know how to write
funding.
grants?
Well, I've been networking and trying to
I'm
get
just trying to
some
find out in
people.
case I have to use her, This is the show. I was, try to use her as I can, right?
Yeah, use me, but I mean, I've been networking and meeting a lot of people and trying to get this ball moving forward, and so that I can basically, I love work in my community. I used to work. I've been working in my community ever since I started off.
Tell how long that's been?
Over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I met Mr. Eve.
Oh,
And
you
he
used to
was
work for him, right?
Yeah, he was my first
How you doing, Mr.
person.
Eve?
Hi, Mr. Eve, Mrs. Eve.
Mrs. Eve?
I met Mr. Eve when his office was on Fillmore Avenue.
Yeah, that's just some years ago.
And I told him I'm going to school for my bachelor's degree. He said, when you get a job, when you get your bachelor's degree, come see me. And I came and saw him, and he helped me network, and he had me working by probably 2 months after I got my degree.
Well, I didn't get a degree, but actually ended up working for Butch Hope as a legislator, 3rd District, which is now the 2nd District. Work with him and doing great things in the community. Just had a call from a young man, said he got beat up at a basketball court, which I had built on Springer Street, and he was like, Coach Six, they called me that as well. I can't go to the court because I'm getting beat up, I'm getting chased home. So before I came here, I beeline right to that basketball court and seen all those kids on there, and it was the Zelmer boys and Zelmer girls, and I was like, what's up? You know, and it was like, oh, here he come. I said, I had this court built not for you guys to be fighting and chasing people, and it was like, I said, I need you to give them a pass. And so some of the little G's, I call them, you know, I knew them, and I was like, and you know, when I come to your house for probation, I'll give you a break, and they allow you things to happen. So I need you to give this kid a break. So it was like, yeah, we'll give him a break. So I called the kid up. I said, listen, they're gonna give you a break. Don't go there, start getting in trouble with them. They're gonna give you a break. And I had to give them $25 out my pocket. So you laughed at that part. So I had to give them $25. And they were like, okay, Six, we got it. We ain't gonna mess with it. But the point was, what made me reach into my pocket to give them $25? What do you think made me reach into my pocket? I'm asking the counselor.
They probably was unemployed.
No.
Probably why?
No.
Why?
They're kids. They're hanging at a basketball court with nothing to do. They need something like ice cream, things like that. So it was just the point, just to give them something. And I gave it to one kid to give to the rest of them. And it was like, oh yeah, you know. So it's just something that they could remember, that somebody invested $25 or time to talk to them, to the point that they're giving this kid respect to come back because they wouldn't have got that. So those are things that I might do out of character, you know, and it works. And it worked. And it cost my family big bucks to pull off. We actually have a cooking day when you asked about, well, South Violence has a cooking day coming up. We feed homicide families, over 500 families at Martin Luther King Park every year. So that's coming up July the 29th. We'll be near the head, Martin Luther King head this year. And we will have a band and fashion show and giveaways. And I heard your daughter say on the show that, you know, those old games you used to play, what, kick the can, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, those games will be
Checkers
played. Those type of games will be played. I think she's laughing in the back. But those games will be played. Getting a sack and race. My wife does those type of games as well. And I have a big family as well. And most of my kids are grown. I have a lot of grandchildren, so you will get to meet them. Okay. We will come back on the set. But it's all about that. So many things going on. Family Fishing Day is coming on the 24th and 26th, I think, this year at Broderick Park. They're doing that with Buffalo United Front. So there's things going on. But this is your show, not the open show, which I actually produce. But I came on here to help you.
And I truly appreciate it. You have been a light in the tunnel.
Yes.
Because I definitely, don't get me wrong, Robin and Ronaldo has been very, very
they good people. Now, who you talking about when they don't know? I mean, your audience don't know who you talking about.
Right, but I'm just saying, you know, Mr. Murray has been very, very instrumental in helping me. I remember I hadn't even took the test yet, and he was like, "Here, come here, do this, learn this, and that." So I mean, and that hands-on actually helps a lot.
Yeah.
You know, more so than here, read this, and you know.
So
that.
this is your first time as a host.
This is.
Oh.
This is my first time.
Well, you're
as
not
a
sweating
host.
anymore.
No,
See,
I'm not.
it's hard to see it, but I'm sweating. But, you know, I got a little. You know, have you noticed that I'm asking the counselor? So yeah, I get it, Buffalo. Asking the counselor.
Ask the
You know, there's a
counselor.
lot of pollen in the air this year.
Yeah. Seasonal allergies, I guess. They always talk about seasonal, especially seasonal depression, because here in Buffalo, we definitely suffer, not, you know, certain ones suffer, and because of the lack of vitamin D, because of the lack of sunlight. And that's because, you know, we don't have a lot of light, you know, especially in our
It's
fall
light in here
and
though.
winter
You feel it on my
sisters.
head. Look, I mean, yeah.
Winter season, and you know, so a lot of people in Western New York suffer from seasonal depression.
If they don't go out, get outside. Basically, they stay in the house, or that's what you're talking about. Basically,
They stay in the house, and because of where we're located, we don't have a lot of sunlight. I mean, in the wintertime,
I never
you
thought about
know,
that
the
way.
sun goes down
Early.
early.
Oh.
And then also it's covered up with a lot of clouds in those winter months.
I don't
and
notice
the
that.
sunlight don't be out.
Well, know why? 'Cause I'm a fisherman, so I'm out all year long. You know, I ice fish. We do those things, so we constantly getting
Yeah.
like it's the ones that just sitting at home all day and be depressed, like you said. Won't go
Yeah.
out or participate in sports like Winter Olympics, those type of things. Let the snow keep us bound in. You know, and on that case, you know what? What else happens? It's few shootings happening in the city during winter months.
Yeah. And right, and as soon as the spring months, seems like the crime rate goes up, increases. Why do you think our young people turn to a lot of criminal activity and things of that nature?
One is one wants to have more of what they see another person is having. Peer pressure comes into play sometimes. Here in the city, people say, how come they shooting? It's not based on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Mostly this is a different type of field we dealing with here. The textbook showed you one way, right? The book is being rewritten a different way because of Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. There is really rewriting our history, and it's stuff in there that they're going to be looking at saying, how come 20 guys or 20 girls can go to a corner and fight and beat each other to a pulp? It's because of the screen, and I hate to say it, the screen, social media, putting it on your phone and sending it out, and people are at home looking at this stuff. I catch my wife at home looking at this stuff, these fights. So it's a market that someone is gaining, and we don't understand it. So to the point that it's not the drugs that's saying a young man in the hood is hustling and he wants to shoot somebody. It could be that video that's going to go viral to a point. We just had that happen in Ohio when the young man walked up to the old guy and shot him.
Right.
On Facebook, on live, you know.
Right.
The hits on that was just crazy.
Right.
And they stopped it, but you know, this is what we done with. You know, these kids, they're looking for ways out. And I heard you say earlier, you know, they just don't want to listen. They want to listen. They just looking for some ways out. You know, and it's hard. It's very hard when you can't go to kids and say, I'm gonna give you a job when he only, you know, in the third. We have the third grade reading level or second grade reading level, and you want to put him in the job. You can't do it because America was built with men that never had education.
Right.
You know.
And I say, to me, it's also a lack of training programs out here. I mean, you still can go and be a plumber or electrician, or you know what I mean, and not have your GED, because unfortunately a lot of people especially young boys, drop out of school. Drop out of
More
high
girls
school.
now. More girls
Yeah.
than boys.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it has switched.
Okay.
It has switched back
So,
over.
yeah. So I mean,
It used to be that time when girls were more pregnant. It was more pregnant girls out of school, and then they would get them in programs. Now
Yeah.
it's more girls just dropping out.
yeah. But I think the key is to get those individuals into training programs also.
So, are you a single mom or
I'm
married?
divorced.
You divorced, so you really
A
groomed
single mom. Yeah.
You groomed your daughter. This one
Yeah.
here that was on the set. What's her name?
Nicole.
Nicole.
Yeah.
So you groomed her.
Yeah.
So how come you're a single mom?
I
And we got in
groomed all of my
Buffalo,
children.
but we got same people in Buffalo that one parent, and your daughter is not thinking on the level of just disrespecting all that there, and then I can get another parent that might live right next door to you, and it's just a whole totally different package. Why?
I don't know. That's hard to answer. My focus with all my children, well, with all of the children, was to raise them, educate them, treat them as they want to be treated, with respect and definitely respect and honor the elderly. You know what I mean? And my daughter got an award because she befriended a new kid.
What school she went to?
It's a Buffalo public school.
Where?
Oh. Well, she went to St. Joseph's.
That's a Buffalo public school?
Well, it's a Catholic school.
Oh.
She wanted to go to a God school.
See?
She
Told you that.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, and I got funding. I didn't have the money to send her, so I went to and got the funding.
Made up a grant? No.
No, I went and got the funding. I was in a low bracket income, and they granted her funding, and then I had to pick up the slack.
Oh, you had to pick up the slack, so you had to put that degree to work,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I mean, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
So you won't be
Yeah,
sitting
that's
writing
the
on
one
me
her-
to put me in it. Ask the counselor, how much these sessions gonna cost me today? Huh?
No, we'll work the
You see there?
We'll work the sliding scale.
It's a sliding scale, Buffalo. So when you call this station here or her number when she come up with a number for her show, you'll be getting all that information later on. And we just helping her out the first time out. The open show, always lending a hand.
And I appreciate
Asking
it.
the counselor. I mean, that's the topic. You know, the lightness, nice and mellow in here.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
see yourself on set, right?
Yep, and you can also connect with me on Facebook. I'm Ask the Counselor, or Counselor Miss V, and I have a group on.
You gotta spell that for them, because then everybody ain't gonna have it like that.
Counselor, Miss MSVEE.com. I've also got a website, or you can go to MHC Miss V at gmail.com.
And it's asking the counselor.
Yeah, Ask the Counselor.
So
That's the show.
that's the name of the show, right? We're gonna look for some airtime for you on Ask the Counselor, and moving forward. So I mean, we ain't try to leave out the set yet, because I know
Okay.
I know you on your own set. You're like, okay, that's it. I'm like, you got a time, So your show is basically gonna be like 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah. And I'm going to have,
Tell them. Don't tell me. Tell
I'm
them.
sorry.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm going
talk
to
to
have
them.
people in the community such as Murray. I thank him for coming on. I'm going to have him on again.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to have a couple of colleagues and friends from our Buffalo Police Department. I know a couple of judges that I've already requested them, and they've not given me a date, but has agreed to come on. Some counselors.
I should have brought Bernie Talbert. I was reaching out to him, and he would have been perfect on your show.
Yeah.
I think I'll reach out to him and tell him to come on your show, and then, you can talk to some of these people that's running for office
Yeah.
this year. A big
So
thing.
how's
Well, I am running for second district legislator,
Okay.
legislator, but it's legislative district, second district, and I'm just thinking this thing through. I mean, everybody's out and questioning me. I haven't done my petitions or anything like that yet, because how you want to fill things out.
Mhm.
So I got them thinking. I mean, it's no rush to get 500 signatures. That's not the problem. It's just
Right.
plain. If you want to be genuine with this thing here, or is it going to take time from you and your family, or your mission, what you're trying to do?
Right.
So I'm just thinking it through. I am wearing a badge to let them know I am running, but just time.
Yeah.
Because it's a hard job. I mean, hey, you working. The position is only 2 years. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
First year you actually working, and the second year you back out campaigning. So who wants to do that for the next 12 years? Butch Hope did it. Betty Jean Grant did it for 10 years, even though she came from the common council over. It's just, it's work. It's work.
Well, we definitely need somebody who's going to be our voice.
True.
In that office.
True.
So,
This time, because
I'm
telling you, I mean, she's now running for mayor. You know what I'm saying? We got other people that's running for mayor. You got your Mayor Brown, Mark Schroeder, Betty Jean Grant. Now this young other lady just got in the race from Black Lives Matter. I can't think of her name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I seen it in the Buffalo News, and I'm like, here we go. What direction do we go in? But I think change is needed across the board. But you can't keep talking that same old politics stuff about lowering your taxes, doing that. Remember them speeches? Mm-hmm. It never got done. So to the point that you need someone genuine in there that knows the issues and concerns about the city of Buffalo, what our children need, especially what they need, revitalizing these homes that they keep tearing down. Give you a home, an old home, let you fix it up.
Right.
With resources.
Right.
And less red tape.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, do you own your home?
No.
Wow.
No, I don't.
No? Would you like to own your home?
Absolutely.
Where you standing?
That's the American dream.
Oh, she said something.
That's the American dream.
Is that the American dream?
Well, yeah.
Now
it is.
Well, it seems like we missing it. Counselor, we missing it. I mean, you said American dream. I don't know if that's the American dream anymore. I think the American dream is to own a car, you know what I'm saying? Keep buying stuff and that's it. Just looking good. I mean,
well, that depends on the person's dream.
So the American dream is to own your own house.
Yeah, I don't want to own a flock of houses, but I want my home to be my home.
Well, you got some good people on your side. Yeah. You got your daughter is going to be a millionaire, a billionaire from the knowledge I've seen her on the show, so she'll buy you a house. Right?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just pushing that to her right now. She's so smart. I mean, does she know how to play instruments?
She do. She's part of the. My father is Larry Salter from the Soul Orchestra. He's actually retired, him and my mother. And music has always been his hobby. He plays a lot of different music. And he created the Soul Orchestra. And
I just bought a guitar today.
Really?
For a person. My grandson just bought him a guitar, and said, here. Now the guitar's sitting in the corner. Well, you remember those days?
Yeah.
You play an instrument?
I used to play the piano.
Oh, so you know how to play?
I know how to tickle the ivories a little bit.
Oh. We're going to have to see. We got to bring a camera to your house. You got a piano in your home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm glad we knew that, Buffalo. I mean, So your show's going to be airing. You don't know the day and the time yet, but...
No.
We want to hear you talk more. And
absolutely.
And you got more notes? I mean, what else you got? What else you want to ask you?
I was,
Yeah, we got her off track. That's what I like about this show.
Well, I was just basically going to talk about the statistics and talk about children with mental health issues because, it's a fact that 1 in 5 American adults experience a mental health issue.
Yeah.
1 in 5, and this is the statistics from 2015. So that was a little bit, I'm sure it's more now, but it was definitely 1 in 5.